Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So I just want to start off by saying that timestamps for this reading are down below. If anyone just wants to get into the channeled messages side of this or just into the tarot side, you can check out the timestamps. So, unless you've been hiding under a rock, everyone knows that Candace Owens was let go from the Daily Wire. So Jeremy Goring, aka the God King, announced via Twitter and then that they had parted, that Candace has parted ways with the Daily Wire. Then Candace announced after his Twitter message that she was finally free. She'll be going away for a few weeks. She'll be on locals. Then Jeremy issued a statement saying that one of the reasons for Candace's firing was that her statement, her tweet that Christ is King, was viewed as anti-Semitic. Then Andrew Clairvoyant, who is one of the commentators, or Clairvoyant is one of the commentators of the Daily Wire, stepped out and he said that he found Candace's statement saying Christ is King, he found that to be anti-Semitic. Then another reason was provided for Candace's letting go, which was that Candace had stepped out of the Overton window at Daily Wire. So for those of you not familiar with the term, what the Overton window means is that she had started on her platform delving into a range of political stances that were not deemed acceptable for the Daily Wire and not deemed acceptable for the audience of the Daily Wire and the brand. So this, I guess, is alluding to her repeated comments about Israel committing genocide and its handling of its war against Hamas. Then it was revealed that there was a town hall meeting for Daily Wire staff members in Candace's studio where they discussed with the staff members about her firing and reminded staff members of their NDAs. So that is my understanding of the situation at the moment. So I'm just stating that to benchmark, to place a benchmark for this reading so that you guys know what my awareness is and the information I'm working with. So with the initial channeled messages and downloads from my guides, tuning into the energies around this situation, one of the key messages that came through was that Candace actually planned this. Like Candace wanted to be fired. And this was her plan even before October 7th, they're saying. And we're going to look into that more with the cards, but it's something that my guides are saying that she wanted. Another message my guides, I channeled from my guides, is that a lot of people at the Daily Wire, a lot of staff members are not happy with the situation or how the situation was handled. They feel let down. And my spirit guides mentioned the phrase hypocrisy. So there's a lot of, they view it, a lot of staff members, more staff members that are willing to come out and say, view it as hypocrisy. And they said it may not really be very obvious in their subscribers, because there's a bit of a lag, but they were saying not to be surprised that staff members look to leave the Daily Wire over the next few months. Also, Piers Morgan wasn't happy with Ben Shapiro and his appearance, and he felt slighted by Ben when Ben went on Dave Rubin's platform to provide more insight on Candace and her firing. However, the only reason why Ben did this, in fact, Ben was forced to do this because there was so much backlash from his appearance on Piers Morgan. Another message that I channeled from my guides is that Ben's distaste for Candace was there way before October the 7th. In fact, what they were showing me is that almost as soon as Candace started at the Daily Wire, they used the phrase that Ben had buyer's remorse regarding Candace's hiring. They were saying that it became very apparent and it materialized after her panel show and at the early stages of her podcast. So this is for those of you who are like Daily Wire subscribers and who really follow Daily Wire and who really know the Daily Wire. Like, you would be aware of that and of the timing that I'm referring to if you're a Daily Wire watcher. And the final message is that they were saying that, interestingly, with Ben, there's something about Candace that gets under her skin. Like they're giving me the word hatred, but I don't like using that word of Candace. Like, he really strongly dislikes her. It's to the point, like, there's something about her that gets under his skin. And Ben coined the phrase of facts don't care about my feelings, but there's something about Candace, he can't help but go into his feelings. And you were able to see that. They're giving me my mind's eye as I'm saying that. You were able to see it with him smirking on Piers Morgan. Like that smirking was an unconscious mannerism leak. Here we go. It was an unconscious mannerism leak from him. That smirk. Like he really doesn't like her. But he and Jeremy are at odds when it came to Candace. Like Jeremy Boring was willing to overlook a number of things when it came to her because she was so successful at the Daily Wire. But they're giving me the term that Ben resented that success. They are fully aware. So we're going into the current energies in this reading. So Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, please protect myself, protect those viewing the readings. May we only channel messages of the highest accuracy and channel messages from the source of highest vibration frequency. And may we take away messages and insights that could, and nuanced insights into this situation. Thank you. Okay. So with this Five of Pentacles, it's interesting because with this current energies, I was going to start with Candace, but they want to start with the Daily Wire. They've taken a hit here. They are aware that their reputation has taken a hit. Like 2024 is, I've been saying this since end of last year, 2024 is the reveal. 2024, all the veils are being ripped apart, all people are beginning to see through any pretenses, right? That's 2024. I don't think I'll take the phrase of pretenses back. I'll take that back. But what I feel, no, they're telling me, it's, hang on, just one moment, guys. Let me tune in. They're saying that they're talking about a flaw in their model, and it's as if Candace revealed a flaw in their model. And they're really not sure whether they can recover. At this point, even though they're putting on a brave face, with the Temperance card, they are not sure whether they could recover from this hit. With this Five of Pentacles, they're not sure whether they could recover from the hit. I am not sure who is on their board at the Daily Wire, because Ben is saying that he doesn't have any managerial rights to hire or fire. It's Jeremy Boring. But it's as if the board, they are wondering, they view this as a mess and whether there could have been any way to handle this. It's like people and their handling of this, like people are viewing Ben, oh yeah, she was fired because of Ben and that sort of thing. But it's almost as if Ben's hand has been slapped with all of this as well, and his handling of it. And people are admonishing them in that could they find a better way of handling this situation. And with the death card is like, they keep on bringing this back to me. The Daily Wire has taken a hit. There's no in and out, so getting around it. The Daily Wire has really taken a hit from this. I'm seeing Three of Wands here under the deck. They're saying with this Three of Wands that there is something that they really need to do, a brand overhaul or a brand shake-up or something like that at the Daily Wire. It's like they're putting on a brave face, but do not underestimate the hit that this platform has taken. To the point where other platforms that are using the model of the Daily Wire are even looking on in glee at this. Yeah, this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Like, they have taken a huge hit with this. Like at the Daily Wire camp, they do not know what to do. Eight of Swords. They don't know what to do. They've really taken a hit. Like they have taken a hit. It's as if the situation with Candace has forced them to show their hand. Has forced them to reveal something about themselves that perhaps they were unconscious of. But it's as if the more excuses they give and the more leaks that come through, like, they don't know how to recover from this. They really don't know. Again, they may put, here we go, Seven of Wands again. Like, there's a new strategy. They're going to come to try to put in a new strategy to see how they can manage things. But, yeah. These cards do not look good for the Daily Wire. They will survive. Mind you, they will survive. They would always have their subscribers and everything else. But this really doesn't look, it's just that their reputation and their brand identity has taken a hit, and that is way beyond Candace. Thank you, spirit guides. This is what they're telling me. This has nothing, their brand and their brand taking a hit has nothing to do with Candace. Like Candace is not featuring here. It's as if they made an unforced error and they are the ones who revealed their hand, right? And they were the ones with the coming out, or Crisis King is anti-Semitic, with coming out of Overton window and the staff and all these things. It's as if the way they've handled the situation is what has damaged their brand, not Candace. I'm also being told the phrase that they played into Candace's hands. So, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for that. Can we move on to Candace? Was it Candace's intention to be anti-Semitic with that Crisis King statement? Was it her intention to be anti-Semitic with that Crisis King statement? They are going to look to do a rebrand here. I don't know whether they have any, like they're going to do a rebrand. Daily Wire is going to come up with some announcement soon where they're going to look to promote either a film or something that they're doing by way of distracting people from this brand disaster that they have themselves in. And I think that is going to help stave or mitigate the damage. That's going to do damage control. So that is what they're currently looking at, but it's undeniable that the brand has been irrevocably damaged, is what they keep on telling me. Regarding Candace, right? Thank you, Spirit Guides, for that. So Candace, was it her intention to be anti-Semitic? Okay. So was it her intention to be anti-Semitic? With the Ten of Swords, no. In fact, she is surprised. This is Candace's energy as the Empress coming through. And just to say, for full disclosure, I am not the biggest Candace fan. I've done a previous reading on Candace before. This is when, oh gosh, what's this rapper's name? When she was going up against Cardi B, I did a reading into Candace then. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan. However, to each their own, I am reading and I just wanted to say that in full disclosure. So I'm just channeling the energies of the cards. She is coming through as the Empress here. She's coming through as the Empress. Like she has come out of this smelling the roses. With her being the Empress coming up next to the Death card, it's almost as if this situation of her ending her time with the Death card at Daily Wire has elevated her status to Empress. So if she was at Daily Wire, it's as if she wouldn't have had this Empress status, is what they're explaining to me. So this Death card, it's elevated the situation. Now, with the Tower, this Tower is really interesting. It's as if all of this came as a surprise to her. All of this came as a surprise to her. She was not expecting it. In fact, she felt betrayed and stabbed in the back because of it. And this has also come up next to the Eight of Swords. So she, actually, you know what's coming up here? She did not, even though she wanted to leave, she did not want it to be like this, or she did not expect it to be on the terms. There's something about the terms of her leaving that she did not expect. But it was a surprise to her leaving nonetheless. And the way they chose to spin it with the swords in the back, she felt betrayed by that. So someone calling her out as anti-Semitic, she felt betrayed by that, and she was shocked by that as well. However, what is coming through is her Empress status here. So even though we have these two bad energies, she has still the Empress trumps these two energies. They're almost saying that this is martyr status. They're also telling me as well with the Temperance at the back here, she is getting a lot of advice in this stage of her empresshood. She's getting a lot of advice behind the scenes and a lot of good advice as well, because that temperance is really good, spot on advice. Even though she's quiet at the moment, the advice she's receiving is how to leverage this situation and how to leverage this status to cement her empress status. They're also bringing me to a lot of jealousy as well around her by other independent female commentators. Actually, they're giving me the phrase that Candace could be as big as Oprah. That is for sure. I would put my reading, psychic, everything hat on this. It's like she is the Oprah of our times. That's just what they're giving me. I'm only reading the cards and giving you the messages. There is a trick. I was about to say there's a tricksy energy here. Daily Wire have realized, this is Daily Wire, this is Candace. Candace being the magician. They realize that they've been outplayed by Candace. My spirit guides are giving me this tweet where Candace said that you can't serve two gods and you can't serve money, you can't serve two masters, or something along those lines. They're saying that that's a tweet that she put out there. And for some reason that tweet is linked to this magician energy that Candace has. It's almost as if there is some realization that Candace had, because I'm seeing this with the moon card. There is some realization that Candace had regarding this. Also with this moon energy is saying that with a lot of this solar eclipse, this whole situation was heavily influenced by the solar eclipse, you know, parting away with the old and new beginnings. But there is another message with this moon energy, which we'll come to. They're not giving it to me right now. Okay, so the other cards we have are the Lovers. We have the Nine of Pentacles. She has been, since she's been at the Daily Wire, she has been given this is what I said before. Candace was planning to leave long before any of this happened. This has come through again with the Lovers. It's as if she had been in cahoots or putting in place some way to design her own. Okay, thank you very much. This is where the moon card and the ace comes in. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Yeah. She's celebrating this. Once she got over the initial shock, she's celebrating. Okay, I have so many messages. I'm just going to give them all to you guys rapid fire. It's as if, as I said in my channeled message, sort of at the very beginning, approaching halfway through Candace's tenure at the Daily Wire, it's as if there was some realization with this moon energy, or something had become clear to her where she realized that she made a mistake, or at least she was looking at what her next steps would be. Like there was something that she realized behind the scenes at the Daily Wire. So with this magician and with this Lover's energy, it's as if on the side she had started working on and formulating what her next steps beyond the Daily Wire would be. So with the magician, and please don't shoot the messenger guys, I'm only channeling what I'm hearing. It's as if with a lot of the topics, with some of the topics that she's covered, they're showing me sprinkling topics or sprinkling issues or alluding to things. It's as if she was saying things, I want to say almost on purpose to annoy people. But I don't feel that statement is quite right. There's a devil energy here, where she felt, there's a devil and there's a Nine of Pentacles. There's a devil energy where she felt chained, or she felt suppressed, or she felt controlled. And this is what she didn't like. That was the hidden thing. It's the suppression, it's the control. They're almost showing me that there's a hierarchy at the Daily Wire as to who is top dog, as to who is this, as to who is that. And as Candace began to grow at the Daily Wire, it's as if it became restrictive for her, because we have the devil next to the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Pentacles next to the Lovers. and the Magician. So it's as if there was consideration off of her. And the Nine of Pentacles, you know, like when you're doing a relationship reading, the Nine of Pentacles is always the single person. So this is talking about being independent, and it's coming up next to the Lovers. And the Lovers in this situation is a choice. It's a choice to be made. So there's a choice of her wanting to be single. And ironically enough, that has come next to the Ace of Swords. So the Ace is talking about cutting and parting ways with someone. And that confirms my channel message, where there was an angling for her to go independent. Like one thing with Candace that I'm seeing from these cards, she knows her worth. She definitely knows her worth. We have Eight of Cups again. That willingness to walk away. They're giving me 8. So they're giving me in terms of timing. Oh my God. They're giving me the 8. They're giving me the Justice. They're giving me the Ace of Swords. There is something of legal wrangling behind the scenes that they're showing me between Candace and the Daily Wire. There is something of a legal wrangling and something about money or a fine that needed to be changed hands, because I'm seeing that with the Ace of Pentacles. I'll be very surprised if Candace goes to another platform. Like when I say another platform, like Tucker Carlson or anything like that. I'll be surprised if she does that. But coming back to Daily Wire, it's as if with her leaving, there's legal paperwork behind this. But it's as if with the King of Swords, there is something with regards to this legal paperwork that's going to come up again. We're going to hear something about Candace's legal paperwork, or we may hear it from Ben regarding something of an agreement or legal. It's like there's a challenge to an NDA, or there's a challenge to a legal agreement. Like someone has either, because this has come next to the Magician, it's not that someone has outright, they give me the phrase contravened. I don't even know what that phrase means, what that word means. I'll have to check it. But it's as if someone has broken an NDA without overtly breaking an NDA. It's as if they've skirted around the corners, but what they've done could be viewed as breaking an NDA. I don't know what that means. But it's as if the Magician is someone's being tricksy with regards to a legal agreement. Like someone is not adhering to a legal agreement, or they're trying to undermine the legal agreement. So there is just going to be some notice being served or some discussion around that. I'm not picking up, this is coming up in Candace's energy. As far as I'm aware, she's been quiet. So I don't know who that's coming from. But with the Ace of Wands, one thing with Candace, we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Three of Cups. Like there are big things coming through for her. And this Ace of Wands has come up next to the Empress as well. So there are some, like life looks good for Candace. As with the Chariot, she's going full steam ahead. Life really does look good. There is some, with the Ace of Pentacles and with the Ten of Pentacles, it's as if there are so many lucrative opportunities that are coming her way. It's as if she is going to go from strength to strength to strength. Like people are going to be very, very interested in her next move. And one thing with Candace as well, she's going to be very smart with her next move also. Ben is happy to see the back of her. It's as if, please don't shoot the messenger, I'm only reading the cards, but it's as if they're drawing me back to this hierarchy with the devil energy. It's as if, and it's as if Candace, this was Candace's status with the Nine of Pentacles there at the Daily Wire. And now since she's left, Candace has upgraded to Empress energy, just to say that. But it's as if someone wanted, or people wanted to control her, or wanted to keep her in a box. It's as if she had become too big for her boots, or too popular. I'm even saying, and please don't shoot the messenger, guys. They're just showing me images, so I'm describing the images to you. Don't shoot the messenger. But there's almost something like Candace had a formula. Candace had tapped into something with her podcast, is what they're showing me. And it's as if Ben was trying to borrow or dip into that formula. and use it as well. So that's the thing. They're showing me, and it's not only Ben, like other people were trying to use Candace's formula. It's like something that she had tapped into. They're showing me that there are things going on behind the scenes that she wanted to do or she wanted to try, but they were putting a cap on it. They keep on bringing me back to the phrase of hierarchy, like she had to know her place. And this is why, in terms of her firing, it's actually, they're telling me that all this is actually led her to upgrade her energy and her status. Like she has really upgraded from a 9 of Pentacles to an Empress. They're also giving me this phrase that Candace is very strategic and she's very clever. Yeah, this is that Wheel of Fortune energy I was picking up. Oh my gosh, guys, like she's actually very intuitive and psychic as well. When she talks about her links to God, she's not lying. Like she is very steeped in her religion. She's very steeped and grounded in her religion and in her beliefs. And she's very pure when it comes to that as well. It's actually quite admirable. She has gotten 2 of the strongest female energy cards in tarot, with the Empress and the High Priestess. I have never seen anyone get both these cards to describe a person. This is very powerful, potent, I'm going to say it, God energy. I'm just going to say it. And you guys know at the beginning I said I'm not particular about Candace, but I can't deny what the cards are giving me here. I can't deny it. I'm being channeled, given a message here with this Wheel of Fortune, that this situation, even though it may have been a shock for her and has left her a bit rattled behind the scenes, it's as if this is God extending his hand to her and saying that he has something else planned for her to do. I'm picking up that phrase very strongly. Whether this is her belief or not, I don't know, but I'm picking up that phrase very, very strongly. And again, yeah, this is her destiny with the star. Like, this is in her destiny. She was always meant to be here. Guys, like this, and when I say Oprah, I'm saying that she's the Oprah of this age. They keep on giving me that phrase in terms of her status and stature. And it's status and stature that she doesn't have right now. But apparently she's going to build it. And she's going to become the next Oprah. She's going to build it. And I'm being told that she also knows with the 4 of Swords that she has that ability to do this. Like, they're giving me this Craig David song, the title of his album, Born to Do It. Like, she also knows her destiny. But she's kept it private, but it's something she's been biding her time at the Daily Wire. But we have this sword that's hidden here. We also have the sword that appear here. It was always her plan. And I think it's only after Jeremy, Boring, and Ben and so on noticed, I think they only picked up on it after the fact that they had been played, so to speak. And that's why they're scrambling to save face. But she played them, is what I'm getting. She played them. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in future readings. Bye for now. Oh, and thank you for watching.